what is being reported is that Hamas are raising obstacles in relation to that ceasefire. Why do you blame the Labour Party for that?
It's not a matter of blaming the Labour Party. My point is, I've been a lifelong Labour supporter, and I was content with the policies up until now. Up until the
what more could we have done? And what difference would it have made, Abdullah, to this situation?
Just like Russia, when they invaded, within days, everyone was saying Putin's a war criminal. Why can Labour not say, why cannot Conservatives not say, instead of just saying we want a humanitarian pause, we want a humanitarian ceasefire for a while?
Abdullah, we've been saying this for 3 months.
Have you called Netanyahu, Smotrich, Ben Gvir?
I've called out. I just think get off social media and actually look at what we're saying, because I've been calling out Smodrick and Ben Gvir for a very long time indeed, way before October the 7th.
But my point is, the thing is, there's double standards here, David.
What are the double standards? Where are they?
The double standards are that, on the one side we say, like I said, why can't we call them war criminals, call them for what they are? This is absolutely appalling. We're seeing first-hand live what is happening in Gaza.
Of course we are, but your concern about it is no stronger than mine. That's the point. It's a sort of moral... I think most of the global community look at the loss of life of children and women and the rubble and of course, and the hostages still held, and are just thoroughly appalled. But I still go back to saying, to get a ceasefire, you need both sides to agree. So you can call for it, and I'm sure Abdullah, you were calling for it, very, very early. I can call for it. We were calling for it for 3 months, but we haven't got it. Doesn't mean that your moral outrage is better than mine.
What if myself? Not that I would. I mean, heaven forbid. But what I'm saying, look, what if myself and tens of thousands of others went over to protect the innocent civilians? Would that be allowed?
But you can't go over. How are you going to get into Gaza, Abdullah? You can't get in because there's a blockade. We can't get the aid in. How are you going to get in?
So why are people going from here to fight with the IDF? Why are UK citizens going to fight with the IDF?
Abdullah, they're citizens. I'm a dual national because I've got citizenship of the UK, my home, but I also have some citizenship of Guyana, the country of my parents' birth, and those are people who have dual citizenship. But look, Abdullah, I've given you a big run on this because you said you're not voting Labour because of the position on Israel-Gaza, and I wanted to hear you out. We've heard you out, and I've countered you because obviously, as Shadow Foreign Secretary, I've been part of marshalling the Labour position on this subject, and I just don't recognise some of the caricature, but I probably, but you've made your point. I think we should go back to the mainstay issue, and that is a Tory wipeout in Britain. I'm asking callers to call in as to why, whether they're sceptical about that Tory wipeout, why they might not be voting Tory, particularly if they're voting Lib Dem or Reform. We've heard from Abdullah there as a Labour voter as to why he feels he's not able to vote Labour, a lifelong Labour voter, and you've heard me make the case for why I think he's giving the Labour Party a hard time unduly, given that most of the world want a ceasefire and we haven't got one. But call me on 0345 6060 973. The time now is 10:30. And it's the news headlines with Jenny Barsby.
Well-wishers are gathering in Windsor to catch a glimpse of King Charles on his first high-profile public appearance since his cancer diagnosis. He's due to attend this morning's traditional Easter Sunday service, accompanied by the Queen and other members of the royal family. A new poll says Labour would win a landslide victory if there was a general election today, taking 468 seats. A survey of 15,000 people predicts the Tories would win fewer than 100. And 10 million households are being urged to send a meter reading to their supplier today to ensure they don't overpay when cheaper prices come into effect tomorrow. The price cap, which sets the maximum you can be charged per unit, will fall by 12.3%, saving people around £20 a month. LBC's weather mostly dry with sunny spells today, though central and eastern England could see some showers. Your top temperature, 15 degrees.
This is LBC. Life is full of choices, both big and small. Like whether to sell your old car and buy a new one, perhaps even go electric. or whether to call in and put all your energy into the on-air debate. And did you know you also have a choice when it comes to your healthcare? If your GP suggests you see a specialist, you can choose where you go. This could be a hospital with shorter waiting times, a hospital closer to family or friends, or easier to get to. It's your patient choice. To find out more about choosing your hospital, visit nhs.uk/patient choice.
Specsavers have asked me to tell you something important, so I've gone creative and dug out my old jack-in-the-box. It's about prices and how they jump up when you least expect them. I said, jump up when you least expect them. At Specsavers, glasses still start from £15. Not now, Jack, including standard single-vision lenses only. He's going to jump up now, isn't he? Oh, well, you're better off with Specsavers. Oh, I knew it. Ask in store for details.
Experience. It tells you that when choosing a Saga escorted tour, you can see more and do more. With our knowledgeable and friendly guides, take in live music at the Grand Ole Opry in America's Deep South, or taste your way through Italy on a grand tour, a feast for your senses. And we always include a VIP door-to-door transfer, so your holiday begins the moment you leave home. Simply search Saga Tours today and book early to get the best prices for your tour. Escorted touring by Saga. Experience is everything.
For over 50s only. APTA and ATOR protected.
One small step for man.